What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're gonna have fun playing some Vamper XANDER Reanimator. So we are playing some Lord XANDER the Collector. We're reanimating him from the graveyard to hit the battlefield because he has just tons of effects. Let's bring him over here so you guys can see. 7 mana, 6/6. That's why we're reanimating right now. Although a lot of our reanimation spells within the Vampire Tribal, which, by the way, we are all vampires, and it actually works. So yeah, the 2 mana 2/1. Everything costs 6 mana to actually reanimate, which is a little bit awkward with this, but it's more about being able to just have we don't die, you know. We just keep on going. We keep chugging with this deck, and having Lord XANDER hit the battlefield multiple times is what's really insane. 7 mana 6/6. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent discards half the cards in their hand rounded down. Whenever he attacks, defending player mills half the library rounded down, and whenever he dies, target opponent sacrifices half of their non-land permanents they control rounded down. It's insane. It's pretty busted. It's so cool. And we get to have a couple of things like, so Olivia, another 6 mana reanimation spell. Thwart the Grave, a 4 mana reanimation spell that can bring back 2 creatures. We do have 3 party members in this deck that allow us to do this. I could probably put in one more. There's a warrior in the 1-drop slot I could put into. I just didn't feel like I needed it. So this can end up costing 1 less for each one of those. We have our, where's the different ones? We have a new rogue in the 3-drop slot, a cleric, Runo Stromkrieg. I'm going to stop trying to say names because I'm not going to do it very well. Anyway, 3 mana 1/4. This is a cleric. This is also another fun way we can go with this, is as we are sacrificing blood tokens, because that's a great way for us to get stuff into the graveyard for reanimation spells. Sacrifice some blood tokens as we're going through, filter our deck, and we can put an Olivia or a XANDER into our graveyard, which then Runo will be able to bring it and put it back on top of our library, which at that point, at the beginning of our upkeep, we look at the top card of our library. You may reveal the card. That card, if it's 6 or greater, then we get to flip this over. And then whenever it attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that is a copy of another attacking creature. Yeah, anyway, so we get to go do some crazy stuff. It says stuff about Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses. We're not doing that. We're playing vampires. But being able to make an extra copy of Lord XANDER, even if it dies, that's actually better, because then we get to sacrifice half the non-land permanents immediately. We don't get the second trigger for the attack ability, but we get the ETB effect, trigger, and we get the sacrifice trigger right away with this. So there's just some fun stuff that we can be doing with this deck, and that's what we're all set up around to do. We do have just the blood token synergies. We have plenty of blood tokens. Voldaren Bloodcaster can absolutely just win this game right off just by having good stuff in the early game. Epicure, Blood Tithe Harvester being one of our better removal spells. This being one of our main win cons, but also just a way that whenever we sacrifice stuff to Sanguine Spy, for 1 mana, sacrifice stuff like the top card of our library, put that card into the graveyard. Great way to fill the graveyard if we need it. Make sure we're filtering through our whatever we need. At the beginning of our end step, if there are 5 or more mana values among cards in our graveyard, you may pay 2 life. If you do, you get to draw a card. This is just a perfect card for what we're trying to do here. 3 of, because I needed to make sure all of these were 4 ofs to really make the deck actually work. I can maybe drop 1 Epicure for this, but this is the stuff I'm wanting to sacrifice most of the time to the Sanguine Spy. So just I'm testing it out here, how it all works out. Anyway, if there are 5, yeah, so we can fill up our graveyard. We also can just pay life and start drawing cards, make sure we're staying resilient. We have Ange, which is just good for the blood token side of things. We have Predator, just to make sure we have another way to be winning over the top flying. We do have a few flyers in this, and that is actually good in the format. There's so many tokens, so many everything else, that if we can just get something big enough flying over the top, we start winning games. And then we have my favorite new card from the new set. XANDER is awesome. It is super sweet, but I am mostly excited for this one. Evelyn the Covetous. 5 mana 2/5 with flash. When it enters the battlefield or another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it. Once each turn, you may play a card from exile with collection counter on it. So we get to exile a card from each opponent's library, and we get to cast 1 of them each turn. Not quite the level of Valky. I was going to play Valky in this deck as well beforehand, but this is the reason that we were actually going into full vampire mode. I want this to be a 4 of. It shouldn't be, because it's not quite 6 mana for the Runo. It's not quite as big of a thing to bring back. And having 2 of them, once we find it, we have so many ways to bring it back that it's good. We can only cast stuff that's been exiled with this once we actually have it has to stay on the battlefield for us to cast it. But I found that to be a very powerful effect, and having it each turn, it's on their turn as well. So if we top deck any instance from them, we can do that. Anyway, so this is just becomes a really, really fun deck. If we get all the pieces kind of working together, and I have been able to do that in the past, and we're going to see if we can do it again. So wish me luck. Here we go. Let's dive into the gameplay, and let's do it. All right, up against Fat's Hatch, and yep, this is a good hand. Keep this. Need our 3rd land, but We get a blood token to try to find it. Another 2-drop to play if needed. All right, so play you out, Blood Tithe Harvester. Pass turn. Ooh. There's the land. I don't think I need to kill this yet. So we're gonna go Sanguine Spy, get it on out there. Definitely willing to trade off. So yeah, they go for the trade. Perfect. Don't have to use this blood token. Mirror box. Ah. Good start there, sir. All right, so we go. You need a land. All right, so we do need yeah, more lands here, but this will make Thwart the Grave a little bit cheaper. Which means if I sacrifice the blood token to get Olivia in the grave, I could potentially find it on this next turn. I'm fine waiting one more turn and just building up the vampire side of things. Because sacrificing here, getting the extra blood token out of that and everything else could set up for us to flip this over and have Olivia all on the same turn, which would be rather legit.
Humans and werewolves existed in a delicate balance.
Okay, make some wolfuses. We get to kill that lady. Go to combat. I want to find the land this turn. So we're going to go to combat first still. Attack in you. Let's see here.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
You know what? Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go for Bloodcaster and then sacrifice this after we block something. Like finding the land right now would be nice, but I don't think it's necessary. Pass turn. This lets us get 2 more blood tokens. Alana. Okay, they're attacking with the 5/5, and that's it. They don't attack with it. Interesting. All right, sacrifice Cho. So they do have a reach creature. Land. That is what we're needing, right? Right. Okay. Just making sure. Like, wait a minute. What was I doing? We already have 1 blue source. I don't think we need more, and we will need more black and stuff. Another red source. I didn't get my Olivia to the graveyard. That is the issue. That's the part I forgot about that I needed to do. All right, so I can bring back a cleric with this too. So let's do it this way. So no Priest of Oblivion, go. Play it out. We're gonna sacrifice it right away. That was a little bit funky. So mistakes were made. I need to get Olivia to the graveyard to actually make this work out. So I didn't do that because I didn't sacrifice this because I was so focused on everything else. Oh, that's a cool card. It's a rogue, so it can come back with Thwart the Grave as well. So yes, into the graveyard. Try to find the land so I can keep doing cool things. Okay, I'm glad these are still wizards. I wasn't sure about what happened after they flipped. So now blood token are now bats. I think I hold off until I can do enough damage to win. So no attacks, pass turn. We discard Olivia. Or before this is all over, we got to do that. Essica. And a Magda. All right, so they're really close to going off like crazy. They have to have the Bard class to really do this, though. These can still sacrifice like blood tokens, right? Oh boy, yes they can. All right, so block and a block. I want to keep one of them. I do. Block. What am I doing? Wrong one. Oops. Oh, my doofus. They didn't even give me a chance to cancel that effect. That was really dumb. That was stupid. All right, go cast. Wow, I'm good at magic, you know. All right, so we get this one. So one target creature and then one rogue or other things. There we go. Evelyn, hit the battlefield. You hit that battlefield right now. You like it. All right, sweet. We got to take both of their burgies. That's sweet. We get to attack in because Helena cannot really stop this out. I messed that up so bad. We can attack in with Olivia. You know, we're going to attack with these guys as well. One of them. We get to bring back a Harvester. Tapped and attacking. Yeah, see how many cards we have available? We only get to cast one each turn. So, unfortunately, we're also up against a deck that has lots of other stuff going on. I think I'm sacrificing now. How many cards are in my graveyard? I actually do want to... Okay, one... not enough for 5. Okay, view browser. Land. I have their lands to play as well, as long as Evelyn stays alive. Which I think it should be able to in this next turn. Fast turn. Didn't leave myself with a ton of blockers. But they also can't attack in too aggressively either right now. This does give all legendaries vigilance, though. Oh, right. Bad things can happen. How good are these top 2 cards? Whoa, super aggro. Man, I can't believe I sacrificed the wrong bat. We'd be in such better shape right now if I didn't do that. All right, get the life link for free. Yeah, I think I want to keep the Sanguine Spy around. I think we can take 10. Maybe. Theoretically, we should be just fine here. As long as I don't make... Don't keep being a doofus. Down to 7. And a 9. Yeah, making 2 blockers again. Oh, that's good as well. All right, so... Oh, man. Indestructible Person could be great. What's in our graveyard to bring back here? Thinking. I'm debating if I want to just like dig deeper to find some more stuff here. Angie is awesome, but I think right now we just go for let's be more defensive. Let's get bigger things in the air so we can do more awesome stuff. I'm giving him more time, but that's okay. Can only cast one thing. Right now, still the land is all that we got. So we're going to attack in again. Attacking with Olivia. Still am not going to die from that, right? Okay. Let's go for the lifelinker. This one gives us an extra token. Do need the tokens to be hitting, but Menace lifelink. Sure. This actually means that they probably won't be able to block it because Essica and Magda means that we can kill the Magda with it. Yeah, so this actually set up quite nicely. And we found a 1-drop to play. But now I'm thinking I probably just want the lands anyway to get to this Lord Xander. So we gotta kill the Magda. Oh, at first strike, right. So they're sliding the Olivia through. Cool. All right, so let's go with the colors that we need. I want the lands to get to Xander eventually. Or do I want to just be able to cast all this stuff on the next turn? Like playing out the Epic here would be pretty nice just as another blocker. Let's go. Just go here. Get the land. Fast turn. Fortunately, they don't have a bunch of awesome instant speed stuff for us to take here. Modified creatures have trample. That's bad. Oh, that's so bad. At least not too many of them are modified, but they have the Den of the Bugbear. They need one more land to actually be able to do that. So they make the treasure to get the Den of the Bugbear out for another tramply dude. And now we're in all sorts, heaps and heaps of trouble, some might say. They need to get counters onto one more thing. They should put it onto the Kadama, I believe. But they're going to put it there. Okay. How aggressive do they attack in here? They probably should go with everything here. Like, these guys are the things that would kill us. And so right now we're going to be okay. All right, so this guy will be able to survive. I want to kill something. So block, block. And I think I need this guy to block here and gain us life. Block, block. You go there. We're going to gain the 2 life from this. We take 9, go to 2. We get to kill 2 of their big baddies. Get a counter onto this by sacrificing this guy. Five blocks. Whoa. Oh, that's so bad. All right, well, we're still not dead. We go to 1 by doing this. So we go to 1 by getting a counter onto this fella. I'm exiling something. Yeah, doesn't really matter. I guess I get to find a land with that, which is actually really important. So we'll go ahead and take the land. I could have sacrificed it to do some other stuff, but sure. Yeah, nothing to do with all this mana. What's up with that? We go to 1 because of the life gain. Sweet stuff. We need more life gain now. They need to grab a bunch of lands. All right, we have a ton of mana. Some good things to cast here. Let's see, what am I wanting to get back from this? This has reach. How close am I to lethal? I'm just debating if I want to put Angie in here so I can come back tapped and attacking. Thinking, I think I do. So we're going to go ahead and get Angie over there. I found another one. Okay. Pass my turn. All right, so we need blood tokens to hit this to really work out at all. Lord XANDER doesn't do a whole lot of anything. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can get to lethal here. I'm just making sure I'm sure. Let's give... Yeah, a little bit of extra mana with Essica here, so why not? Attack in. Don't have blood tokens right now, which is a little bit awkward. Because that actually would have been really nice, but we still get there because we get to get the extra counter here. We can bring a 4/5 to hit the battlefield, exile that, get an extra counter onto my Phila. And yeah, that's game. And then we have the 1 token entering the battlefield right then to then be able to sacrifice it, get 2 more points of damage. Yeah, so we got there. That was really close. We went down to 1, guys. That was insane. like this deck. It is so fun. All righty. On the play, we do have plenty of things in the early game here to make it work out. Some cards I'd like to discard with our blood tokens, so life is good. Of course, we don't really want to be sacrificing too many blood tokens when we're trying to go for the bloodcaster. This is the one awkward part of this deck is like, okay, are we really shooting for the bloodcaster right now, or are we really shooting for the reanimator? And it kind of just depends on what's in our hand. We don't have any reanimation spells right now. We really just want to be ramping up to Olivia, so sacrificing blood tokens will most likely be the best way for us to get doing things. Typically we're just splashing blue here, and then we need more black and red. So let's go black here again. You need more black in general. I think I'm sacrificing a treasure here. So we're gonna go for the Epic here. We're gonna attack in with the Blood Casta. I want to try to get to this Anjay. I would love to have the Sanguine Spy out there and available. Having the Menace and Lifelink against what looks like might be a red deck would be awesome. Right now, we're just looking for that 4th land swing into Anjay, which will be an amazing card against... Oh, okay. So this is... All right, different deck. Now we're up against Arcane Bombardment, and I'm now terrified because that is the most busted deck ever. We already did it on this channel, and it is absolutely insane. Yeah, okay. Very scared. It'll be fine. All right, so yeah, we are absolutely sacrificing this right now. Let's get an Olivia to the graveyard. Find a land. 2 chances to do so. Definitely fine to just play the Sanguine Spy as well. Bring it out, sacrificing this would be pretty good. Finding another Bloodcaster's cool as well. All right, great stuff. Ooh, all right. Could play 2 creatures. Now, we're going for Angie. Angie. There's a million ways to say it. I'm going to say it wrong every single time. Just you wait. Swing in. All right, let's see if we can get enough damage down to 14 before they get to their Arcane Bombardment, which... If they have the mana here, they go for big score or unexpected windfall. Right now, they end up with 6 mana, and they can cast it right away. But then we get 1 turn before they start going fully insane. Please give me 1 turn before you go fully insane. Burn down the house. That is enough damage to kill my Angie. Jerk faces. Who kills Angies? All right, I need to get up to 6 mana and quick. That's a land. That is good. All right. Sanguine Spy. We also need to make sure we're just dealing damage. That's another very important thing. Yeah, okay. We gotta sacrifice this guy to look at the top card of library, and we're gonna go for that method of filtering instead of discarding the Olivia to draw. Pass turn. How many cards in my graveyard? Oh, okay. No, I'm 1 away from being able to draw the card there. I probably should have done that. I should have sacrificed it right away, drawn the card at the end if I had been able to get something into the graveyard. Mind Link Mech. All right, that's okay. Maybe this isn't Arcane Bombardment. We really desperately want to be able to cast this Olivia, so we're going to go ahead and do this right now. Sacrifice the dude. Rudeness. Oh. That's a good card to have come to hand. But then we're just waiting for another turn. Yeah, getting the Olivia here is so important. And now I don't want to play that one either because it's also reanimation and we have amazing things to reanimate right now. Okay. I have to discard to draw. Is it worthwhile to bring this out at all? We're going to pass turn. It's a little bit greedy, but I think it is the way that we win to be able to make sure that we can keep reanimating things. So I want to be able to just hit the land. I don't think I can even discard here with these blood tokens. And see, that's going to force me to do some stuff with this as well. So here we go. Sacrifice Den of the Bugbear, which means we're not getting to the land that we need right now, or we're going to filter it through. But we get to reshuffle. Still a good chance of hitting lands. Taps for mana. Grab a red source. All right, yeah, we're still just waiting for the top deck here. But I'm fine that they did that. They just wanted to get all the Storm Giants to be the one that sticks around. I see what's up. All right. Oh, all right. We sacrifice one now. We need to try to find something to play. Get into the graveyard. If we don't find a land here, hopefully it's something in the 4 mana or less, and we can play something. An Epicure is awesome. Sorry, Bloodcaster. Last turn. Not a land. Should be closer to it, though. Resolve. I'm not sure if they are playing the Arcane Bombardment. This Mind Link mech feels a little bit weird. So when it's crewed each time, comes a copy of target non-legendary, like crewed, it accepts as a 4/3. There's got to be some sort of shenanigans they're doing with that. Efreet. All right. I mean, Xander's in the graveyard. A land here is absolutely absurd. All right, so they crew one. Comes a copy of this. So whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant sorcery from graveyard. Aha, that's what's up. We do have a flyer in the air, so we're okay blocking this. All right, the question is, like, I really need to make Lord Xander hit now. And so I think that I am going to be sacrificing this to get rid of Null Priest of Oblivion or the second Olivia, because if I find the land, we do have some tap lands as well that we can run into. 2 mana. They could even have a counter spell. Unlikely with that many. Yeah, okay. We found the land. All right. That's my turn. Oh, okay. All right, so, yeah, kick this. Bring back an Olivia. Olivia hits the battlefield. Get an attack in, bring back a Xander. Down to 4. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the triggers. We didn't get to mill them halfway through. And they will be able to go off with this ability. I love this. So Mind Link mech into Efreet. Whenever you deals combat damage, you may cast a target instant sorcery spell from graveyard without paying its mana cost. So they're going to get 2 Magma Opuses. Because it's double striking. Which they have 16 points of damage right now. If they have extra damage, like another Magma Opus or whatever, they could just potentially have lethal. All right, blocking that all day long. They're giving us a chance to gain some life. Huzzah. So this counts as a legendary vampire. So even if they kill Olivia, this will still stick around even through Olivia's ability because it counts itself as a legendary vampire, I believe. Killing a Xander would be amazing for us right now. So like that would be even better if they just go for killing Xander. They have to not die on the backswing. I kind of thought they would hold back all the Storm Giants. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. We shall see. I'll let them do it. I'm kind of surprised they spent so much mana before anything else happened here. So they hit again. We go down to 12. Actually go back up to 14. They get 1 more free spell, which has got to be the Magma Opus. They could go for... It's got to be a Magma Opus, yeah. Just terrifying. And now we don't have a way to reanimate. This is where I should have held on to the Olivia. It was not good that I didn't hold on to the Olivia. And Anjay would win. Angie, whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I Okay, so sacrificing, we're gonna really try to dig deep here. Tap land not gonna help us here. And untap land might, because we can sacrifice more things. That's it. Okay, oh, we don't have enough mana to really do much here. Can I survive the next turn? They don't keep the magma opuses in the graveyard. So what we're really taking though is the 4 damage in the air. Yeah, so we have to have some defenders through all the cards that they have as well. Milling half the library, is that better? We're winning. We're gonna win through damage dealt to them. So they're gonna have to go for, I think, this burn down the house to have a shot. We block one of these. We should have enough to... If they double block, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go and attack in. This is a little bit risky, but... Oh, I just put so many more cards in their graveyard. What am I doing? Double blocks. Both, one of these guys will die immediately, so that won't be something they can sacrifice. So now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have to sacrifice half of them. So round it down, so only 2 of them. So they just sacrifice the 2 treasures and they're fine. Oh, no. And now we're dead. Yeah. I shouldn't have attacked because what they had in the graveyard wasn't enough to kill us. Yeah. Yeah. I misplayed. What really hurt us was discarding the Olivia to run into the extra land. Being able to play the Olivia, like, so I like the play of going Null Priest of Oblivion into Olivia, into Xander. But then when those guys died, it would have been much better to have the Olivia in hand still to go attacking in. And it was just one of those things we didn't know what was going to happen. And so, yeah, good game. All sorts of dead. Drat. All right, interesting hand. We have a lot of tapped lands is the biggest issue, but ultimately a good hand. Ways to make tokens, blood tokens, things to discard that we want in the graveyard, and a way to bring things back. Cool. Exactly what we're hoping for. The biggest downside is just these tapped lands. Being on the draw, we did find one more land. We need to have more black mana than just the one source eventually. All right, it looks like opponent is timing out here. I'm going to keep playing it through for a moment. Down to 19. Whoa, opponent is back. And this is part of the reason I always wait to see what ends up happening with opponents. Because I always want to make sure that it's not just a connection problem, first off. But also, I don't want there to be... when Arena first started, there were lots of people that were testing out how good of a strategy it was to just play a game and then time out. And they showed that there was an insane number of people that were just scooping in response to them starting to time out. And that was how they were starting to rank up. And then everyone started doing it. And for me, I purposely don't scoop so that... so they kill us, it's a counter? Okay. I purposely don't scoop so that it doesn't keep happening all of the time. Definitely willing to double block here for this. I can also just get there with the Blood Tithe Harvester. Have the other one as well, and I'm wanting to sacrifice one of these blood tokens. Yeah, so we're just going to do this. Keeping our blood tokens around is fine. Well, yeah. Kill them. Get stuff from the graveyard. That's fine with us as well. Blood token. Discard Chio. There we go. All right, Blood Tithe Harvester. Do I want to be able to keep discarding and find stuff? You know what? We're going to go ahead and play out this No Priest now. Fast turn. We're going to be at 5 mana the next turn. We have next turn and the turn after to try to find another land for the Olivia. And even if we don't, we find a bunch of other good things to be playing. I'm still happy about it. We also have blood tokens to sacrifice to try to dig for lands. We should be able to get to an Olivia fairly well. Xander. Now we'll probably just discard that. In fact, I should have probably done that before I attacked here. You know, I am discarding Xander. It's the game plan. Discard it, get it into the graveyard, find another land for the Olivia, and now I can bring back the Xander to the battlefield. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. And they're stuck on 2 lands. Also good stuff. I mean, they did kind of time out earlier on. I think I was on the draw, so the fact that I think they missed an entire turn, which is a little bit brutal. I feel somewhat bad about it. Okay, pass to my turn. Six lands. Olivia and a Xander. Discard half of your hand, if you don't mind. That's 3 cards. Oh, that's just brutal. Super brutal. I almost feel bad about it. All right, also a reanimation deck. And they take all the damage down to 6. Ooh. Oh yeah. I mean that we won from them missing the first turn, but still we got the combo. It was super fun. Up against Commodore, and on the play with 2-tap lands is slightly better than some other stuff. I like what we have in hand, though. We have a Cleric and Wizard with Toward the Grave. If we do find anything to discard and get this going for us, this could potentially be 4 mana for us, and that's great. Play out the Haunted Ridge past the turn. So untapped land here, all of our hopes and dreams. No hopes and dreams. All of them suck. They're all the worst. Darn it. And now us being on the play now looks like us being on the draw. How about that? Come on, amazing card draw here. We did find the land. All right, cool. So what we need to do is actually Blood Tithe Harvester, get Olivia into the graveyard, use Runo to put it on top, flip it around, start making extra copies of Blood Tithe Harvesters with blood token and everything like that going awesome here. All right, so I could kill that if I... We came to do fun stuff, so we shall. Olivia, to the graveyard. Runo. Put that on top, which means we're not going to find a land, but this is a little bit awkward, but that's fine. It is fine. Swing in for 3. I do need to have an attacking creature for this. So attacking in here, if they do trade off, will leave us with not having much to do with this Stromkirk. That just does not flow off the tongue well for me at all. Anyway, we can make it work. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be fine. Glimpse the Cosmos. All right, I mean, being an Izzet, they should have plenty of ways to remove this Stromkirk. With 2 mana, it's mostly like Fading Hope. Okay, yeah, so we get a chance to flip this around. Reveal. Put it to hand. And now we are going... What do I feel like they're going to have with that Doomscar? So we're going to go Epicure. Get a counter. Bloodcaster, I suppose. Swing in, nothing to target, down to 16 past turn. So I'm worried this is going to be either a Demon Bolt or a... Demon Bolt would be better than, I think it's Crush the Weak that foretells and does 2 damage to everything. We will get some more blood tokens, which will help us filter through or make Angie even better. That's the worst possible thing ever. Okay. It survived? Oh, I thought it was 5 damage to everything. Wow, how about that? All right. We definitely just need to find a land. In fact, I need to find a land this turn so I can play it out. So we're going to go ahead and discard, get rid of the Olivia again. That's the land we were hoping for. All right, so we're able to do things still. Down to 13. Unfortunately, this stops being a cleric, so Thwart the Grave becomes more expensive again. I was like, oh, maybe we can get up to the 5 mana there, but yeah, it's when it flips over, it's no longer a cleric. Rude. Scry's 3. Dude, giants are still a thing. This deck was still. It had a lot of things it could do, and so I'm actually kind of. I like seeing it come back. I wonder what new things are making it better, or if it's just the old deck right now. But that's very likely. Oops, Cosmos. Glimpsing again. They're digging deep to try to find something here. I'm not sure if it's like setting up a one-turn combo type of thing. I don't think I want to discard this. Yeah, we're going to pass to my turn. There's the land. The 4/5, if this is their main way of wiping the board, I think that having this come out is going to be better for us in general. Swinging with both, make a copy, get another blood token, 2 blood tokens. Set whenever it or... Oh, it triggers only once each turn. Oh, I forget about that. That's cool and whatnot. Oh, get off the thing. There we go. I was like clicking around, it wouldn't get off of the Angie view. Pass the turn. Down to 7. We're getting them very low in life total. This Thwart the Grave can bring back an Olivia and a Bloodcaster, and then be able to attack in with the Olivia. Seems legit. Cyclone Summoner. That is bad. So now we're just looking for the land that we need. And I definitely am willing to get rid of a blood token to make that happen. Oh, I lost the tokens too. I didn't know I lost the blood tokens too. That was stupid. I definitely made a mistake there. Oh, that was really frustrating. I didn't read it as all permanents. I was for some reason I was thinking as all creatures. Okay, we need to find the land here. The land is the most important thing. So pass the turn. We're playing this out. It's a good threat, so I don't think they can quite attack in unless they have good removal for this, which requires something more than just Battle of Frost and Fire already. So I'm hoping that they spend a lot of their turn casting answers here. Fading Hope. Well, that was a quick answer. I want that in the graveyard for... We'll see. Wakebringer. At least it wasn't the one that has us do double damage. That would have been. All right, we're going to get rid of the Stormkirk here. Oh, come on, land. This has to be a land. Some lifelinkers could maybe keep us alive for a turn or two. With how many cards they have in hand, though, we gotta be screwed. Honestly, I'm not sure how many counter spells they're gonna be having in this deck. We haven't seen any yet. And they've dug through, 22 cards of the deck. So I feel like this Thwart the Grave is gonna be safe to play. Getting out the clerics does help it be a little bit cheaper. Did this get an extra turn? What the junk did they just play? What the junk? Oh, no. They went with a Gambit? Come now. Come now. Wow. What a pile of cards they just beat me with. Oh. If we had had a chance to discard and get into a land there that last turn, I want to be able to see what's on top of my deck. Wizards, make that happen. You have it on your other platform, MTGO. Just do it for Arena. Everyone loves it. Make it happen. Oh well. All right, guys. We went 2-2 with this deck, so 50% win rate. But the 2 games we lost were like It came down to the wire. They were able to combo off all at once. Someone had one of the extra turn spells. If they don't win, they lose the game right then type of cards. And I mean, I don't ever expect those to be in decks. You know, that's not a typical thing that you see. So overall, the deck was super fun. It was a blast to play. It was amazing how often we were reanimating things. I feel like the numbers on this work really, really well. The biggest issue is that we do need probably like just a tiny bit more removals somewhere, but the deck only works because we have so many vampires, so many things that we're okay to discard to get rid of. I love blood tokens in the early game, work really, really well to make sure that we can sacrifice blood tokens to get Olivia's, Xander's, big things into the graveyard. We can then reanimate them on turn 6 or earlier with the occasional Throw the Grave. Throw the Grave actually worked out great for me. I thought it was a little awkward at times. I wish that we had maybe the warrior. So there is the warrior vampire. So yeah, here's a couple of different vampire warriors that we could have in the battlefield as well. Do any of those make blood tokens? See, that's the issue. None of them make blood tokens. We did get a new one, Maestros Diablos. I was debating on bringing this one into. Having Death Touch and Haze could be a pretty nice thing to have. Being able to make devils as it enters the battlefield. Having it keep coming back with like an Olivia is not a terrible way to go as well. The Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter is another way we can actually discard stuff from hand and then draw cards as well. So there's a couple ways we can go to try to get Thwart the Grave to be even cheaper, but I think that just ends up eliminating more of the consistency of having blood tokens, having the chance. You know, we did flip around Bloodcaster. That was awesome. Anyway, so this was a super fun one. I hope you guys try this deck out. I know there's lots of mythics and things with it. And so I totally understand if you can't, not that I'm like expecting like, you really should be doing that. No. That's the reason I make videos, is because I know people can't always afford it. Man, this has so many wild cards in there. Yeah, so many wild cards in there, but I make videos so you guys don't have to build these decks. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.